Hello, my name is Nimi McGregor. We're here again on TAP TV Word on the Street. Today we'll be talking about domestic violence. We're live reaching you from the Crib Lifestyle Hotel. Domestic violence. Why is it prevalent in this day and time? This is what we'll be discussing about. Guys, you're welcome to Crib Lifestyle Hotel. And we're talking domestic violence. What's your take on it, on domestic violence? What do you have to say?
The thing is, when we hear domestic violence, everybody is quick to say, "Oh, it's a male against female thing."
Yes.
For me, I know that there are some women that literally hit their husbands. It starts like a joke, and then it graduates into actual violence,
As in
like physical.
2, 3, 4 slaps.
They tell you,
More than that.
and they tell you.
I don't think domestic violence is just the physical assault. I feel like a lot of people don't recognize the fact that somebody can be emotionally violent towards you.
Okay.
You know, certain partners can make you become a shell of yourself without lifting their fingers. You know, and
Exactly.
that in itself is a form of domestic violence. So people are verbally violent, like their words can. It's better for them to beat you than for them to talk to you. They are very hurtful with their words, and certain partners, marriages have crashed because of that verbal violence. But
Yeah.
when we hear domestic violence, the first thing that comes to our mind is, oh, he beat her or she beat him. We don't think about the emotional
No.
violence.
Mostly he beat her.
Yeah,
Mostly
people don't
he
really
beats
even
her.
believe that women can be
be
violent
violent,
towards
yes.
their husbands, unless of course you stab him.
Well, it's here. I don't know. I think it's personalized what violence is. You understand? Well,
What do you mean personalized?
yes, because if it's not just stereotype beating and blah blah blah. If you deprive me of having sex, I feel.
Henry,
I want, let me relate it now. Wait now. Yes, chill. If you deprive me of something, I know how much I need it, and you get to the point where I'm like trying to touch you, and you are moving my hand, I'm touching you, and you move my hand, and all of that. You've not beaten me, but I think that actual violence with me
That's not violence.
is not
That's not violence.
That's rejection.
That's rejection.
rejection, not with
I'm
words.
not in the mood to do this.
Rejection, not with
I
words.
am in the
That's
mood
what
to
I
do
mean.
that. Doesn't mean that I'm rejected. I'm
Listen
violent
to me.
towards
I
you.
don't support that. That's
Rejection, not with words. Understand me. Can I touch you?
Oh, you can. That's okay.
Okay, I'm like this, and then you just hit my hand. Hit my hand. I didn't say. What's that?
I don't know
She
what
beat
that
you.
is.
Good.
I beat you.
Is that not violence?
That's not violence.
That in this context,
In this
No,
context,
in
that's
this-
not violence.
I don't think it
Okay.
applies in this context.
Okay. No bad now. Trying to. But it's really something about flogging, like this whole violence thing. I don't understand.
See,
You know, that's why courtship is really important. And a lot of people don't. They tend to just not think it's necessary. You meet a person just today, and then this idea of he will change or he will get better, there will be marriage and all. See, it's a process. Yes, people are not paying attention to that process of dating. You understand? You know, this person is like this. He reacts like this. He does like this, and you feel okay. He'll get mature. Time you make some complaint and all that. They tell you, don't worry. Religion too has a problem.
but most of our parents had paired
Tradition,
marriages.
cultural,
They didn't
back,
cut for long.
cultural, what has
Then,
a
And
problem.
now, it's not the same thing.
Unlike us, we're even cutting for long now.
Yes.
We're cutting for really
it's
long.
almost like
right
the
now.
longer it is, the sooner you see, or the later you see the person's
True
fault.
A lot of people, a lot of ladies know how to cover. They know how to, hide their bad side, and it now starts rearing its head. Now starts coming out.
You can never
in marriage.
You can never know a person totally. I think every human being will reveal what they want you to know, what they want you to see. Even
Part-time.
if courtship is not doing the job, you
But the
understand?
thing is, for how long
For how
do you think
long?
the person can hide their true personality? How long?
Some
Me
people can
personally,
hold
I can't.
a very
I don't know how to
long
hide
time.
myself.
Oh no. Yeah, people no.
No, but
met
what I know is-
professionals in
Hide.
I do not.
What I know
will
for
show
sure
you
is
what it is.
no. What I know for sure is, especially in women, a woman in courtship is different from a woman in marriage.
Exactly.
Then when she gets into marriage, the period before pregnancy, she's different. When she takes in, she's pregnant,
She's also
she's different. When she puts
Those
to
are
bed,
pregnancy
But that's
hormones.
yes,
the
hold
same-
on,
that's
hold
the
on,
same
hold
thing
on,
with
hold on, hold on. I'm
men.
coming. Yeah.
It's
By the
same
time
thing
she,
with men.
hold on now. By the time she puts to bed, she's different. If she has a girl, she's different. She has a male child, she's different. Entitlement comes in,
shades of a
and
woman.
everything. Yes, there are
I think-
several
no,
shades.
I think
Then by the
this one
time the
now is
children
dependent
are
on the individual.
above suckling and they are grown up, she becomes different again. So people cannot show their true self before marriage, even after marriage. Women, you still see changes in them.
But I don't think that domestic violence suddenly became more prevalent now. I feel like it became more open because
Yes.
before women hide the fact that
Yes.
they're trying to keep their marriage. So even if their husband beats them to death, oh, my husband is perfect, he could never do such a thing. Oh yeah, it's one of the ways he shows that he loves me. They just settle it inside or settle it between their families. But now men and women are learning to speak up and speak out. They are learning to not take certain attributes that our parents or our forefathers thought was absolutely normal or a sign
Did you?
of good
Let me ask you a
marriage.
question. Did you know that Kathy, the dancer, did you know that she separated from her husband or divorced?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Do you know I didn't know? I didn't hear
I
it.
saw the news.
I just saw
online.
it yesterday when she was talking in the CCO's video that because the CEO was saying that a lot of women can't leave their marriages because of these three things. Where will I go? What will people say?
Yes.
And then what will I do? Where will I
Yes, where
start from?
from?
Do
Especially
you
that
understand?
one.
So now it's like people are beginning to speak up and say this is, and she was even saying that now that she has said it, people will be like, is that why? Is that the small? Is that why you left your marriage? You that okay now that you are now a relationship expert, you are still not married, you're not married, and you're teaching relationship and everything. So, well, personally, I think that you can also use financial violence on someone, right? Is it possible?
That's
or
part
financial
of
abuse?
emotional abuse because you know that this thing is.
So will you put
It's-
that under domestic violence? I'm
It
just
is.
asking. I just want
It
to know
is.
because people
Give me an example. Like, I really
like
don't
financial,
Okay, see.
financial abuse, like all
Some
that
men.
you earn,
Yes.
I manage it. I have to know what you earn, and I have to give you a goal to get anything you want.
Some men
That's
do this as a means
I'm
of
surprised.
suppressing
Yes.
their wives. Some women do it to their men.
Just
Now-
being controlled.
Yes. There are some men that you're not allowed to work, you're not allowed to hold a bank account. If you even have a phone, they have to have full access to it.
Even to change your SIM.
So whatever wants to come to you,
before you
money,
get married, some people say you should change your SIM.
So the monies you earn, you have to tender it
To the man.
to the man. Yes, and then he gives you a portion of it for you to
That's
spend.
if he even gives you.
Yeah.
Because then he will say we are spending
Now
it
what
for
happens
the house.
is, see, I'm in a group. It's called Life, and then they talk about issues like this all the time because the owner is a divorcee. You see that women come and they say, I can't live. I built my husband's business with him. I was accountable to him, but at this point in the marriage, it's not working. But I can't live because I don't even have a fathom to my name. Everything that we ever owned or that I ever worked for,
It's together.
yes, it's either together or I tendered it to him out of love.
Is there no let off sharing formula?
Now the thing is, you that didn't happen under duress. So how does the law protect you for
That's
something
true,
that
yeah.
you knowingly?
Okay, let me
did?
come in here. You know, all of this we've said, it's not like it's happening, it's beginning to happen now. Even in time of our fathers, it happened, and it even happened more. But I think because of exposure. A lot of women are schooled. A lot of women are in
True.
positions of authority, even in the office.
Yeah.
So then again, social media has generated a lot of pressure that is giving rise to,
Misinformed so many people.
yes,
And also
giving rise
rightly
to
informing
them.
them.
domestic violence. Then again, in this period of COVID, especially when we're experiencing the lockdown and curfew period,
Yeah.
spouses were stuck together. You now started experiencing that, you can't even go out. You can't even have time to just run away to diffuse, like ease up on
Whatever
pressure
tension,
coming
whatever
from their
stress,
tension, stress coming from your spouse. You're there, she's always in your face, and those things that can come out even as a joke, misunderstanding,
offensive
it became
and-
offensive,
Yeah.
and
Let me ask
you
you a
work.
question, sorry.
Sorry, no. I'm trying to define the kind of pressures that were giving rise to domestic violence. You work, you earn so much, and you can't work as normal, and the standard of living dropped, prices in the market, heightened. Your spouse is not understanding, your wife not understanding why things are not going on this way, or you even lost your job. You now became a shadow of yourself over time, and you've lost respect in your home and in your family at large. All of these things gave rise to these pressures, and we didn't even know when they started creeping into the families and started breaking families. That's where
Pressures can break
I have a
families, but I
question.
don't
Yeah.
think there should be any amount of pressure that a person, male or female, goes through that will lead.
now I'm talking
So
about
that's why I
the
want to ask you a
prevalence.
question.
I'm talking
That's
about
why I want to ask you a
I'm
question.
talking about the
That's like
prevalence
you should
now.
listen
Why
most
it
times.
is
Like, I understand,
most
yes, you want to
prevalent
say
now.
words, but listen to what he said.
I heard what he said.
He said, people started spending. We are all adults. No matter how, even with your siblings, even with your family, your friend, whatever. Sometimes you want to be on.
You share your space.
You want
Yes.
to have.
That's
your
why I
own
wanted
space.
to ask him
So
a
we had so
question
much.
now, Henry.
We had contacts that we weren't. Times where we wanted to be alone.
Henry, that's why I
and all
wanted
that.
to ask him a question.
So that could
right?
create a friction.
And
That's what he's trying to say.
one
Why can't
question:
that friction
have you ever been
lead to any other
tempted
thing without-
to hit your wife?
Well,
I'm saying
maybe-
Yes.
Maybe okay, let's
you've
listen
been
to her.
tempted.
Yes.
Did
Okay.
you hit your wife?
No.
Exactly my point. There is no excuse.
Now it is
for
intentional.
domestic violence.
The tempting.
That's it.
The tempting was intentional. You literally see the devil pushing her. She will come into you. Beat me, oh. Beat me, beat me now. Beat me, oh. You wrong go this side. You beat me today.
Yeah.
You kill me today.
You see?
So you see, sometimes you're pushed to
Everybody
the
has a
wall,
limit.
and you have
You know.
that
You
you need
what's
to
funny
have
about
that
this
grace
conversation
and
now? Let me tell you
mental.
guys what's funny about this conversation. What's funny about this conversation is that it's the guys now that want to try to make that excuse.
Yes,
I
they're
wish
trying to rationalize
it was a woman that
that.
was saying this. It would be
See, I don't-
it
I
would
don't- I'm
balance
not- I'm
out.
not-
Remember
I'm
when
not-
Because
there was
then
a
I'll be
star
like,
case
okay.
that a lady
I'm not in
stabbed
any-
Like,
her
I'm
I
not
husband.
in
understand where
support.
Neme is coming from, you know. At some point, you actually want your own space. That's going out every day between the husband and the wife gives everybody the chance to reflect on themselves and all that.
Yeah.
Not to have any issue within themselves. They can come back later in the evening, smile, talk about whatever happened. And that's it.
But now they were stuck.
We are
We're
stuck.
stuck, and
Now,
then
those
and then
habits,
things are not working.
those habits you haven't seen before.
Mhm.
In that period of that COVID and stuck together, you start
experiencing
seeing it. And
You know
start
that being stuck
experiencing it.
actually made some marriages.
Yes,
It
it
made
made
some
some
marriages.
and it
Yeah.
actually broke some
So
too.
that's the point.
So it's not
Depending on
necessarily
how
When
you
things
get
are
together,
working-
it's how they manage.
Yes,
the
depending on
things.
how
When
you manage
things
it.
when things are working, especially the families that had financial security, let me put it that way. The man was probably offshore 2 months, 3 months. Then, for some reason, no more work operations. He now has to come and stay home. It made some marriages in the area of bonding with the children, staying longer with the wife, and so on.
And so there's
But
frustration.
cases where the man loses his job, the wife loses her job.
Yeah, because some persons were dropped during that period. Yes.
It's true.
Because
There's
the frustration
This
tension.
of
really gave rise
all
to
that will just lead
domestic
to all
violence.
of this.
And most families didn't see it coming. Pressure from work. You've lost your job. How will my family feed? How will we see the next meal? How long? You hear, oh, this person has died. Oh, this person has the disease. Oh, pressure everywhere.
Even see,
Then even social media was not helping.
Yes, I wanted to just say that celebrities and their lifestyle has an effect, especially on women. You watch somebody on the screen and then you just see that that's how life is.
Yes.
All women
And then
do.
you start wanting even
Pressure.
I will say pastors too are to be blamed for so many violence happening in homes today. Because a woman that would not even kneel down to say my husband or whatever will do that to her man of God. You get my point? They are loyal, they are submissive to a fault. Imagine, let me give you an instance that happened around my area. Salary came in, the husband received, the wife received. Church was like, hey, our first fruit and all that. Wife did not tell husband, bro. She carried all her money and said, this is our first fruit and put inside first fruit.
Yeah.
Then the husband now started coming home with his own pack of food, eating privately and all that.
Hey.
The wife was like, there's no food in the house. Like, what do you want me to do?
You went and
You gave your money to as first fruit.
Yes.
Just imagine I gave mine as first fruit.
Let's all give.
Do you get my point?
So let me eat now so that when you want to die, I will carry you
Exactly.
and rush
It
you to the
led
hospital.
a very heated argument
Yeah.
and almost led to this same violence we're talking about.
Yeah.
So people should be careful what they apply into their lives or their homes.
Yeah.
You don't just see something, you see somebody and you're not okay. A few days ago, my wife sent me a video of the pastor was like, you should learn to do this more. You should learn to do that more. She sent it to me. She said, I want you to watch it. I said, why? Watch it. I said, why? One young guy, you just started saying so many things. Men should be. I said, sir, you are not busy.
Yeah.
If you have time to do all these things you're mentioning, you're not busy.
Yeah.
You can't tell me men should be more listening, men should be more like that. I do to the level and the limits I can.
Okay, thank you, Henry. Yeah, we're going to have a short break now. This is Word on the Street on TAP TV. We'll have a short break. Welcome back on Word on the Street. Yes, Henry, you were on before we went on break. So,
And I feel like people should be careful, like I said, what they bring into their relationship, what you're adopting. You don't your marriage doesn't have to be like Mr. A or Mr. C. Whatever is happening there, you don't know when they're having their heat period and all of that. You just want your husband or your wife to behave in this way or to do this or do that. At the end of the day, when the other person is not in that position to do that thing, it becomes a fight or there's an argument. It leads to what.
like every family should understand their uniqueness.
Yes.
They're unique.
There is no method.
yourself.
People should stop. There is no method
I
to
think that
a successful
domestic
home.
violence, whoever perpetrates domestic violence, has a basic character flaw. Because yes, we have different dynamics in marriage, and everybody should understand what works or doesn't work for them. But no
Now
matter,
you're blaming.
No, I'm not
You're
blaming.
speaking for the women. You're
I'm not
blaming.
speaking for the woman, whether the man or the woman, whoever. That's why I said whoever perpetrates domestic violence has a character flaw. Whether you're a calm person or you have temper issues, you should know. It's just Socrates that said, "Man, know thyself." You know yourself. You understand your partner. If your partner is the type that likes to headbutt you and say, "Kill me today," you know that this is the kind of person that I am stuck
What
with
would you
because
do?
he chose.
What would you
So
do?
you know
You
how
run for
to
your life.
walk away from that situation. If your partner is the verbal abusive type, you either stay or you go. There is no point that calls for
can I-
you know,
now
At what point
acting
do you
on
come
that
back?
primal instinct.
But
and
you know
beating
that.
the
But
person
you know
up.
that when you say there's some characters that actually you start portraying or whatever in marriage.
Yeah.
Probably you were not like that. You were pushed to that point.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say.
You
I wanted
adjust
to
and
use
adapt.
myself. I wanted to use myself as an example, right? I found out that I'm not verbally abusive. Like I don't know how to.
You're not
like,
expressive.
I'm expressive, but I won't want to hurt you with words, right? So, but I had to learn in marriage that guy, your mouth got sharp, if not, your own don't day. Do you understand? So I had to toughen up. It made me tougher. I don't like it. I didn't like the process of getting there. But at some point, when I wanted to like make a decision, I was like, do you want to leave because of this? Or can you just stay and fight back and talk back? Right? And I have come to learn that once I learned to talk back and, he started seeing that, this person, he gets some kind of things now that I cannot say again. Like
Yeah.
it was
That's
in the
like you're
first year,
maturing.
like in the
That's
first year
you.
of marriage. You
That's-
won't say it again.
You're lucky.
Thank
If
you.
you are-
Why?
if you are
Because
telling
I
the
would
wrong-
able to-
if you
I
are telling
have
to the
a
wrong
friend-
person, they'll blow your eye.
I have a friend that
Don't
was
blow
How
your
do I
eye.
want to blow my eye when you
Yeah.
taught me to be?
No,
when
no,
you
that's
met me, when you met me, I wasn't like this.
A lot of people
Some
want you
people
to.
can
Yeah,
dish
don't
it
want
When
you
you
to
met
talk back.
me, I wasn't
They
like
don't
this.
want
You
to
taught
take
me
it.
to this, to who I
You
am.
have been. You're
Sorry.
lucky. I'm telling you. You have been a quiet person. Your response has been just keeping quiet and
Logical argument, and that
then
was what I was
you
holding on
you
to.
you now one day. I'll feel like
Do you know-
somebody's
Now,
pushing
let me
you.
let me let me
Yes,
say this. Let me
that
say this.
was, that was exactly what he said, and
And
I told him, guy, you taught me this. You
Let me
pushed
say
me
this.
to this extent. And let me tell you guys, let me advise you. You know, say now maybe the married woman for this table. Wait, let me tell you. See,
Wahala for single girls.
no worry, God bless you, my sister. You get it.
Receive it.
Now, receive it.
Hey!
Now, guys, let
Yeah.
me tell you people the truth. Once you push your partner or your wife to the point that she responds back, have a reflection. No say you don't overdo. Do you understand? It's simple. Do you know what I'm saying? Women are very emotional,
Women are
and there is
selfish.
no way. No,
Okay,
women don't
there's
start
something I want to bring to the
abusing
table.
you.
There's something I want to bring to the table.
Women don't start abusing you.
Okay,
A
Azza,
real woman is not
Azza,
even rude to her husband.
Yes.
I'm
Ama,
telling you,
Ama,
she
let
will
me
be
tell you
rude to her
something.
outside, and she won't be rude to her husband because we
Ama,
are very lovey-dovey.
Hello.
Like that, natural.
Now, guys, it's very, very common, especially around here. Women have a way of talking their problems with themselves.
Yeah.
You find that your wife is getting smart or getting smarter. She's talking to 3, 4, 5, 6 people about her problem. Now, but flip it over. The man is in the same problem. But you don't see a man just go outside and start discussing his problem
No,
with
say
his fellow
some
man.
men. I have seen men
Those
that
are not men.
more.
Those are
Married
not
men.
men. When you say men,
But
is it because
what
of
makes them
the groin? Is it because of his
Yeah, is that not what makes
no,
a man a man?
no.
If you
It's
don't
not
have
common.
your
It's
woman,
not common. No, it's
Your
not common.
attitude-
No.
It's not
No,
common
no,
in
no, no.
men.
It is your sexual orientation that makes you a man or a woman. So we cannot take their
Male
man
and
away
female,
from
not
them.
man and woman.
But they are.
Male and female, not man and woman. A
So if
man
I wake up today
will
and
not
say
discuss
I'm a man, I
some
behave like a
sensitive
man, you call me a man.
What?
If I decide to change my orientation today, I say okay, I start behaving like a man.
You're a female.
But why am I not a man?
You're a woman.
Why would you call me a woman? Even when I act like
listen now.
the man
Listen.
Okay,
Listen to
you guys lost
listen to
me.
comparison.
Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at male,
yeah,
female.
yeah,
You're a female, I'm a male.
yeah,
Man, to be a man,
yeah.
is extra work. To be a woman,
Who put that rule? That to be a man is extra work.
see, if you're not in a school, you cannot be asking me some kind of questions.
No, now because
I'm not here to school you.
expressive men
Or
are
this,
called women.
it's a conversation.
You know,
I'm not here to school you.
You see,
I
now
feel- I feel-
this
I
is
feel-
blackmail.
it's not
What?
You mean
blackmail.
if I have a problem
Yes.
that I'm going through and I find you more experienced than I am,
Yeah.
I'm in a
Cannot
problem that I think if I share with you, a problem shared is half
The problem half
solved.
solved.
Now, if I share with you, hold on.
It's somebody like
No,
Henry.
no, Henry, no, Henry, hold on. Hold on.
He's a private
If I
matter.
find
Meanwhile, the woman
you,
is dying.
if I find you as someone that's more matured than me, that can give me a piece of advice that can help me through my situation,
Yeah.
and I confide in you, it makes me a woman.
Is
Is that what you're saying?
Can I ask you?
Bam.
Is that what you're saying?
Who's he
Cheap
asking?
black
Are you
men.
asking me?
Is that you now? Answer him now.
Listen, now,
You're
marriage
talking
is
about
not marriage.
orientation,
The idea
sexual
of marriage,
orientation.
It's the way
the idea of marriage these days,
Yeah. Yeah.
is different. People just want to have the party, want to say, oh, I don't want to look like I'm cursed. I don't want to look like something is wrong with me. Or I want to have kids. I want to be under a man.
For better.
I want to be under a man. I desire to be a man in my life. So it's not like there's you get my point now. You're not considering who am I getting married to? What kind of a person is this? A man needs to have stuff. If I'm not able to run my home, if I can't counsel my wife, I'm not a man enough. If my wife cannot confide in me and talk to me, and then I give her proper
Sound.
lecture on
Sound.
whatever it is,
Yes.
you get my point.
Mm.
You're not man
Yeah, I
enough.
agree.
Because I feel as a man, you should see, it's just like updating your file. You get my point. It doesn't end just because you're married, so it ends. It's a continuous, it's a conscious effort.
I think you're going outside the question.
Wait now.
I support.
You will not have any need if it's not a health issue where you need to consult a doctor or talk to a specialist or something. You get my point. There is no need my wife would have any reason to want to talk to whoever.
No.
I'm
I said
telling
it's common.
No,
It's common. It's common.
You're making a mistake of thinking that. Okay, let me ask you one question.
Okay.
Can your wife come to you and say, "Honey, you did this, you did that, and it really hurts me," and you would see? Do you see all her point of view?
Do you know that most times when a woman points those views, you can now give her these reasons to see why these views you didn't agree or didn't accept these views or why you acted this way. And then she'll now say, oh, she now sees reasons with you. Women are babies at heart.
We're not really at
I'm telling you, they need so
They're
many
humble.
things. They're just
Don't say that.
I am telling you.
They're not babies.
A woman of
Okay.
100 years is still
We always
still-
want to be.
we
I understand
still-
what you're saying. We always want to
Our
have
case
fun,
right
yeah.
now
Yes.
is a question of who do we blame, the chicken or the egg?
It's the egg. See, this thing you're talking about, I have a friend that's currently going through divorce. A seemingly perfect marriage. No issues. Beautiful kids. They live in a good house. They both make good money. Why is he going through divorce? His wife is the type that before you talk one or two, she has called down the God of heavens to strike you dead. She is verbally abusive, and he's the kind of person that doesn't like abusive words, even in a regular statement. You know those things that people call their partner big
Yeah.
head, doesn't like it. But the woman he married enjoys using.
Why did she marry that? Why did you marry that kind of
Now,
Okay. See all these
the
people
thing is, he did not
giving people
expect that to
problem
change,
in the society.
But over
Now, when there's a
time-
murder case, now they'll say the man is.
no,
You
see,
saw somebody, you knew this person
He's verbally
is verbally
and you
abusive.
don't
This
like
person's
it.
nature.
see,
You
they-
can't even
they-
play big head. You very stiff man. You know you're a playful girl. You like to say things. This is what I'm talking about.
But
No,
Let it not be
see,
like I did not marry.
No, see,
This one is
they
available.
dated for 7
You marry.
years.
Pressure.
They dated for
You
7
marry.
years,
Pressure.
and then they got married.
It's
Now,
according
what
to pressure.
his problem is,
I think they should be
that
asking these people, okay,
before
what
then-
happened?
and you know
Before-
the funny thing, marriage counseling does not help. You
before,
guys.
before then, he didn't have an issue with it. He could just endure it.
Okay.
But it now transcended from that small one into when they have issues. She will curse his family, his mother, his father, his brother, his sisters,
No,
and
that one
everybody.
is bad on me.
One day he said he was going to work. He was in the car. Next thing, he opened his eyes in the hospital. What happened? Oga, you had an accident. How? When they checked, they said his blood pressure was above you. He actually collapsed on the steering. And the doctor was like, what is going on? Why would your blood pressure be at this point?
Mm.
He checked very carefully. He doesn't have an issue at work. His finances are in top shape. What is his problem? He cannot get, whenever his wife calls him, or especially his family names, that thing sticks to his head, and he's trying to be the bigger person and not talk or confront that issue. So
He's
he'll
in
go and be
bondage.
ruminating on
He's-
it and
he's
be
in bondage.
upset and be hurt.
Yeah.
And it
Talk
was
about
bothering to
it.
that
Why
point
you
where
why
his
you
blood-
why you sucking it in? Talk about it.
Nonsense.
Tell your wife that
He
this
has
thing you're doing is
said
not
it over and over again that this thing I don't
He's not
like,
saying
I
it
don't-
the right
I don't
way.
like, yeah, so
He's not saying
he
it the right
decided
way.
that if this thing is not going to work,
Mhm.
let's go our separate ways. Look for somebody that likes all that your rishi and bundle it on him. I will look for somebody that understands that I don't want cursive words in my space.
I'll
And
tell
he said
you.
that whenever she does that, he cannot function for days. He can't
Yes.
walk. He can't do it. He'll be
Yes.
so
You are
upset,
just-
and he cannot tell her
so-
this thing. You say upset me because to her it's play, but to him it's not play.
God.
Now he's going through
Why
the
you taking
procedure
us back?
Thank you,
divorce.
thank you
There
guys.
are male and men.
Thank you guys.
Because I can't
This-
understand a man cannot express himself to his wife. He say,
But
"Let
that's
me- what are you
not that's
bottling?
not being
Yeah.
a man. That's
Yeah.
just
Why are you
individual
bottling?
traits.
Why are
That's
you
individual
bottling? Why are you bottling
characteristic.
something that is dangerous to you or
Harry,
your health?"
men are different.
Thank you.
Women
Just
are
like human
different.
beings.
At this
Like-
point, we'll draw the curtain on this topic because we can't exhaust this topic in one sitting. Thank you guys. It's been Tab TV Word on the Street. Today we talked about domestic violence. It's an inexhaustible topic. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone feels they're correct. So keep a date with us. Follow us on all our social media handles. Like us, leave your comments, and we keep coming up from time to time. So Tab TV Word on the Street. See you next time. Bye for now.